Hey there YouTube, this is Noah Calcagno, aka Arkman, and I'm here with a video for you this week. I'm shaking it up, I'm not just doing gaming anymore, I've been watching a lot of YouTube rants, I think they're pretty awesome, so I'm doing one of my own. And this one is top 5 things that make you Canadian. And I wasn't even wearing this all day, I'm like, I'm going to make this, I'm going to put my Canada sweatshirt, so you're freaking welcome. This is awesome. Anyway, starters, I'm going to go 5 to 1. The 5th most Canadian thing you can do is get annoyed when people go to Tim Hortons and say, "Oh, I feel so Canadian right now," because that is about the least Canadian thing you can do. For me, Tim Hortons is that place that smells bad, but makes awesome coffee, so I get it when I'm tired or when I want coffee, which is basically all the time. The only people that say, "Oh, I feel so Canadian when I get Tim Hortons," are people who are new Canadians, so they have a grace period to get used to the culture and all that. And they're also people who live in Southern Ontario, because let's be honest, I live in Southern Ontario. We are the worst Canadians. We're the most American Canadians. This is an honorary mention. If you're Canadian, you get double doubles. For those of you in the South watching this, that's 2 milk, no, 2, wow, I can't believe I screwed it up. I'm the one making the video. 2 cream, 2 sugar. That's a double double. I get it. If you're true Canadian, you get double doubles. All right. The 4th most Canadian thing you could do, and this is a little bit new because the Jays made the playoffs for the first time in 22 years. The most Canadian thing you can do is go for the Blue Jays because they're amazing. If you're a true Blue Jays fan, despite the fact you love Canada, you still get mad when people say they should wear their red jerseys as their new, like, all the time jerseys. Because no, they're the Blue Jays, not the Red Jays. I know Canada is red, that's why it's an accent color, not the whole jersey. What the heck did I just do? That was kind of weird. Anyway, the point remains. If you're a Canadian, you like the Blue Jays and their blue uniforms, and you know they're going to mess up the Royals tomorrow and in Game 7, go Blue Jays. The 3rd most Canadian thing you can do is hate Ontario. Because I live in Ontario, I think Ontarians are awesome, and most of us are, but we all get a bad rep because of Toronto. Let's be real. I love Toronto. It's the best city in the world. I go there all the time. But go to any other place in Canada, and they're all like, "Oh, I hate Ontario, eh? Oh, I hate those guys." Let's be real. Ontario's amazing. Niagara Falls. We got Toronto, yeah. We got the nation's capital, Ottawa. It's beautiful there. I almost cried in the Northern Lights presentation, which is basically Canada's history projected onto the Parliament. It was not. If you hate Ontario, that's a pretty Canadian thing to do. I love Ontario though, and I'm still Canadian. If you're in Ontario, you're exempt from that rule. But a lot of Canadians have some hate for Ontario, and it's got to stop. We're one country, people. Come on. Okay, the 2nd most Canadian thing that you can do is hate when Americans bug us for saying "A." "Oh, you're Canadian. That must be nice, eh? You boot to go out?" I don't talk like that. The only people that talk like that are from out east, and I mean, that's just because they're far away from the rest of us who talk normally. I love it out east. But I'm serious. No Canadians go, "Ooh, out oot and a boot, eh? Gonna go ride my polar bear to school and get some free healthcare after." It's like, no, we don't talk like that. We're from Canada, not whatever the heck that accent is. It's really annoying. So if you're from America, cut it out. We don't say "a," but we don't just throw it at the end of our sentence. If you're gonna make fun of us for it, at least make. What was that? I just heard a bang. I'm not sure what that was. Anyway, if you're gonna make fun of us for saying "a," make sure you're at least making fun of us correctly. We're not like, "Yeah, I went to the Leafs game, eh, and it was nice, eh, and they scored a goal, eh." That's not how we talk. Anywhere an American would say "huh," we say "a." You'd be like, "Oh wow, did you see that? Did you see that goal the other day? That was pretty cool, huh?" We'll be like, "Oh, did you see that goal the other day? It was pretty cool, eh?" That's the way we use "a." We don't use it like as a comma. We just use it. And the most Canadian thing you can do is, of course, love hockey. If you're a true Canadian, whether or not you like hockey, you like hockey. And if you don't like hockey, when the Olympics are on, you pretend you know everything and you follow it to a T. I mean, come on. It's hockey. It's grown men on ice skates wheeling it at each other, smashing them, and shooting it at a net. It's amazing. It's the best sport ever. Who needs NFL? I play football and I like hockey better. And let's be real, we're the best in the world at it. But Russia has been trying to catch us for like 50 years and they can't do it. If you've seen the video I don't know what I was gonna say there. Whoops. Is Canada is the best by a mile. I just read today on Facebook or something like that. This is the first year that Canada doesn't have 50% or more of all NHL players. But that's the first time, no, not in 50 years, in the NHL's entire 98-year existence. If you look at the best players, I guarantee you 9 out of 10 of them are Canadian. We have the best hockey players in the world, and America is still wiping their tears about the Olympics when Sidney Crosby. I don't even like Sidney Crosby. That goal is my favorite moment as a sports fan because I'm a Leafs fan, and they haven't won anything ever. All right, folks, this has been the top 5 most Canadian things you can do. So if you're Canadian, chances are you're either like, oh, that's so true, eh? Or you're like, what? I've never done any of that in my life. But if you're an American, you're probably just laughing because Americans, let's be real, don't know anything about Canada. But I think this was a pretty good video, and I will see you the next time I make one. Peace. Run! Why run? Why running?